Hi, everybody, and welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to Almanado.
It is 1,000 degrees out today.
So hot. Beautiful. We gotta get shop cleaned up. We got some big stuff planned in the next week or so. So we need room to do it. It's not as bad as you would think. The shop? Mm-hmm. That's not too bad. Yeah. No, it's not too bad. It's been a whole lot worse. Look back on the video where we built the other three cars, where we built the Subaru and the Riviera and the 240. This place was a wreck.
They walked through here.
Yeah, it was bad. This is a big enough shop to build one car well. Not three cars all the time. Hey, we did it though.
Especially when your car was the size of a boat.
Don't call it boat tail for nothing.
It was like two cars and a yacht.
Love that car.
I was thinking about something today.
Yeah.
The Riviera and the Jeep actually had a one top. I was thinking that today. I was looking at the Jeep and I was like, I thought it was Devin. I was like, did you paint the Riviera? And I was like, oh no, it's a Jeep.
Yeah.
Tell me things they have in common, please. That's a good one.
Buick is solid rear axle, right?
Yeah,
So there's that.
that's true. Buick has a frame.
Buick is.
Tell me things
Well,
they
it
have
does.
in common. I'll tell you things they don't have in common.
It does have a frame. They both get really bad gas mileage.
Buick's fast. Give me another one.
They can both do burnouts.
I'll believe it when I see it. Give me another one.
Dude, I'll do a burnout right now. I'll show you right now. Right in
Burnout in the gravel.
right in front of the Subaru, right behind the Subaru, dude.
One thing you're gonna burn out is your piston grease.
Meet me on the playground.
Their engines are ancient technology.
You taking some?
Nah, that can stay here. I've got like three at the house.
They're both overhead valve, one step away from flatheads, basically. That's true.
That is a true thing.
That's one.
They're both two-wheel drive.
Yeah, they're both two-wheel drive.
Wow, dude. Just punching below the belt now.
He just said my car's ancient technology.
It is, dude. It's got a rope. It's got rope gaskets on it, dude. That engine design was designed by the Romans, dude.
That's true.
They both don't make as much torque as they say they're supposed to.
I think the Buick can take a tree a whole lot better
A tree?
on the roof.
You think so? I don't know.
The Buick weighs.
Oh, the Buick weighs twice as much.
Yeah, it's all on the roof.
That roof weighs 3,000 pounds, dude. They both have power windows.
They do have power windows. I have power seats.
I don't have power seats. Climate controls.
Both fuel injection.
Both fuel injection.
Buick has air ride.
It does. The suspension setup in the back of the Buick was actually pretty similar to the front of the Jeep when it was stock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's think. What lug pattern do you have?
5x5.
I have 5x4.5. Similar though.
CUNY is a lug pattern.
Yeah, it's got a really small lug pattern.
That is a Chevy lug pattern.
Is it?
No, Chevy's 4.5. 4 3/4. I think that's the old like Ford.
Okay. Weirdly, I think my wiper regulator thing is a Ford part.
Well, that's AMC, right?
Yeah.
Still in the realm of AMC, so there's probably a lot more than you think Ford parts on.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, there's a good amount of random little things
How
that are
many people we got
Ford.
in here? You want to rate these welds?
We got 54.
54.
They don't even know the car we're talking about. They-
Guys,
talking about
take
it.
a look at this. This is the way we bought this car. Look at these welds. I don't think I've ever seen welds of this quality before. So the thing is somebody had to have a little bit of skills because they cut this panel out to fit in here pretty good. I mean, it's not got a lot of gaps there.
No, it's like almost
Like,
perfect.
look at these welds. Watch this.
Wait, do it again.
There's just. You might be able to just do it with the screwdriver. Nope, takes a little bit.
not
more.
quite.
Let's see. No, those ones are in there. There it goes.
Those aren't even tack welds.
Are they magnetic? Is it even metal?
They're just sticking to the.
This is a plastic welder.
It's just a plastic welder. It's just Gorilla Glue. That's impressive.
He just put JB Weld in a squirt gun. He just
JB
went. A Fisher Price welder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my first welder.
Buddy.
I mean, I know everybody's got to do something for the first time at some point. But even like from here to here, you should have figured out that wasn't working before you made it all the way around.
I mean, really, yeah.
Been like, maybe that's not what a weld's supposed to look like. It's literally Dippin' Dots. It's crazy. These are the welds that were on Paul Walker's floor.
When the piece came flying
These
out.
came flying out. The danger to manifold, and then his like floor popped out.
Like just a random piece of the floor pan fell
Yeah.
out of his
Yeah,
car.
whoever welded this welded his floor in too.
His
Yeah.
floor pan was Dynamite too.
Yeah.
It was diamond plate,
It was
wasn't it?
diamond plate, yeah.
It was like bolted in.
Yeah. They're in California. Why you got a diamond plate floor?
Why would you cut a square of your floor off?
I saw an Instagram reel of the guy that has that car now, and
Yeah.
he shows where they welded the floor back in after they did that.
Oh.
They cut the floor out and put that diamond
Well,
plate
that's
in and put the floor back.
Somebody just said this is a popcorn weld.
Popcorn weld. I agree with that.
This guy said them welds need redone. Start over.
Oh, I know. That's what we're doing. Taking them off.
I really want to know who did this. You think it was the guy you bought it from?
Was it the guy before him?
I think it was the guy before him. I don't think he did much to this truck, the guy I bought it from.
You didn't even put oil in it.
Yeah, he did oil.
I think he bought it and just. I think he bought it and just sent it.
Let's say, I think he said something about the fuel pump. Maybe he put a fuel pump in it or something, and that was it.
Well, when we got it, there was a gasket kit in the floor well
Yeah, the
And-
carburetor.
for everything, and there was a carburetor kit. There was a
Yeah.
head gasket in the
I
floor well.
remember
That was
that.
like we got to the gas station and started looking around because it wasn't dark anymore, and there was like a whole there was a head gasket under the passenger seat. I'm like, oh, that's great.
This
we
ain't
have,
good.
We have an 11-hour drive home. That's great. There's a head gasket in this thing.
You might be doing the head
Just in
gasket on the
case
way
you
back.
need it. You never know.
We did end up using it. That's the head gasket that's
Yeah.
on that red car or that red SUV.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good time.
How much did you like this thing?
It's a pretty cool mechanism. Unfortunately, we don't have the part of the firewall that goes to anymore.
is nice.
Yeah, go show him the.
Devin wouldn't even let me get the HVAC ball.
Oh, yeah.
Before he cut everything.
Check us out.
So is this a key? What do we think?
That's to fit the Datsun engine in it. Devin, where's the piece of the firewall? Still has the...
Yeah.
We didn't even take the heater box off.
Yeah, I was like getting wrenches to take the heater box out, and Devin's just like cutting along. I'm like, bro, just leave it in there. Just cut the whole thing.
I'm gonna start with that.
Yeah, so
This is probably all gonna be scrap.
This guy said that weld strong as heck. Just looks like crap. I don't know if I would say it's strong
no.
at all.
I think he meant to say it looks like crap.
He said it's strong.
Some of them I can't knock off with a screwdriver.
I mean, that is true. Some of those aren't coming off with a screwdriver.
But
Which is usually the
I
test,
would
you know?
say 40% of them so far have come off with just the screwdriver. Just popped off.
I mean, 60% is more than enough to keep it on.
Oh, it stayed on. We've been driving for a while. I just don't want to make everybody listen to me beating this thing with a hammer for that long. But it is very interesting.
It is very.
Give us a 1 out of 10 on these welds.
Remember those things? You'd spin around and go.
Oh, yeah. Or the things you'd move back and forth. The things you'd move back and forth, it would. Ew, ah, ew.
Yeah.
I missed those. Huh?
Do you like these?
It's been a little while since we got updates on everybody's builds in the chat. Everybody that's talking to us.
Mm-hmm.
We used to get updates all the time. Everybody tells us what they're building. So, jump in the comments now. Start telling us about what you're building, and then DM us a picture of it on Instagram so we can look at it and we'll talk about what we think about it and our opinions on whatever chassis you're building on anyway. Not that our opinions mean a whole lot, but we'll tell you if we like it or not.
Totally cool build review.
Yeah, build review.
Here comes Country Bob.
Country Bob.
Sure, I'll do it.
Nah, just tell him. I think that's all that's gonna fall off.
I think I'm good today.
I'm good today. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Dude, I'm saying.
Also, let us know how hot it is where you're at.
Yeah, what's the temperature where you're at right now?
Yeah, because it's hot here.
For reference, we're in Ohio, and it's about 95 degrees. You can tell by Devin's arm sweat.
Yeah, dude.
Tommy Morrison, 102, Boston.
102 in Boston?
101, it's a cool day here in Phoenix. Well, that makes me feel not good. It's like 90 or 95 here or something, and we're sweating bullets. And
We get both sides though. It'll be 2 degrees here for a few months and 100 for a few months.
yeah, sometimes it alternates. Sometimes we get a day that's 2 degrees and then one that's 102. The next one.
Yeah, sometimes you get both of them really quickly.
Yeah.
We didn't even get warm here until like 3 weeks ago, and now it's 100.
Yeah, it was consistently like 50 degrees, and then it was just, okay, here we go, it's 100 degrees.
That's enough now that we have.
Which kind of sucks, because it's like, you don't get any time to adjust. It's not like you get a couple days that are 70 degrees and super sunny that you can kind of get acclimated. It's like, nope, you were You had your heat on yesterday, and now you're blasting your AC, hoping it does something.
I need some opinions before I do any more work on this. So this whole thing is going to get clear coated the way that it is with all the body imperfections, but I don't know how far an imperfection can be before we probably should do something to it. Like this, for example. Like that's pretty gone. That's rusty. Big old hole. But this thing's going to be a drift car, and that's behind the wheel well, so it kind of look rad with smoke coming out of it.
The rust holes,
Smoke holes.
like it did in the burnout video.
Do you think we should do something with these holes or something? There's one right here. And I imagine this is exactly why the other side looks the way it is. Actually, there's a body line there. Does the other side just not have the body line anymore? They just delete it?
Actually, don't. It's a real. Yep. Yep. They just got rid of it.
They just deleted the body line?
Yep. It's body line delete.
They just got rid of it. There's no more body line. It was right there.
What, that lower one?
Yeah, there was a body line through here. Body line delete. You have to put it back. To pull it out, we can just. Can we put it back in?
Could get a little bit.
Yeah.
J57F says, should it be reinforced so it doesn't tear off if you blow a tire? That is a good point. And then Andrew Bowman says, if it's a drift car, I'd leave the back end alone for time in case you swing the back end out too far.
Yeah, that's true. These beds aren't very hard to find. Actually, I mean, they are very hard. Any body panels for this thing is very hard to find. They rotted out so bad. Like this one wasn't even in a salty climate and still rotted out.
Yeah, this one lived most of its life in what? Was it? Did it live most of its life in North Carolina? Did it live somewhere?
I think it was in Wisconsin before that.
Let's say it had a block heater,
I think they said it was in Wisconsin.
but they don't use salt there, do they?
Yeah, the stuff in the West Island is quite a bit.
No, it gets colder there, but they don't get.
That's what Ohio does to cars.
Stacks them.
Stacks them up.
Thomas says only Americans use Fahrenheit. The rest of the world uses Celsius. Yeah, I know. We know, but we don't know Celsius. We measure things in the way of barley, corns, and hamburgers.
Yeah. Downs the bill.
That'll always be my least favorite thing when you're making a recipe and it'll be like 200 grams of this thing and then 3 cups of this thing. It's like, okay, you're mixing.
Don't even get me started on the difference between ounces and fluid ounces.
That's the worst thing.
That drives me insane. Name
It's
it something
horrible.
else. If it's not going to be the same thing, name it something else.
That big if we had pounds and human pounds that were just a completely other measurement.
Yeah, one's volume and one's weight. Name it
Yeah.
something different. Yeah.
Andrew Bowman said, I measure distances by football fields per refrigerators. As I say, that's actually how the foot started, isn't it? I think that is the case. But now the foot is measured in inches, which is now technically measured in centimeters. The inch used to be based off of the length between 3 barley corns, tail to tail, was an inch. And then, so we actually do use the metric system. We just use it in a much worse way.
I don't know anything about that.
I watched a video on it a while ago. It was like a 45-minute long video breaking down how horrible our measurement systems are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rate my sweeping technique.
Rate John's sweeping technique. Anybody sent us anything on Instagram? Our Instagram is Allwin Automotive, in case nobody sent us anything. We want to rate your builds.
Yeah, send us what you got.
You know, Thomas, you're right. The Celsius system is better, but it just. I do know that the 0 is freezing and 100 is boiling, but beyond that, it gets complicated for us.
All the bits in the middle.
Yeah, the bits in the middle is where we get lost. It's like 0 is not anything, 100 is a lot of things, but then how many is between not anything and a lot of things?
I think like 30 degrees Celsius is like 90 degrees.
I want to say, yeah.
Well, 212 is enough.
I used to know how to do the calculation. I just don't. If 5J7S or F says put real John on a Roomba and have him sweep. DFPV says 30 Celsius is pretty hot.
30 degrees C.
It's also like Canada, and I'm pretty sure like actually everywhere else. I think we're the only country that uses Fahrenheit.
Canada to Celsius?
It's Canada Celsius, yep. Didn't Canada try to switch us over in like the 90s or something?
No, there was like some kind of push to switch us over to the metric system. I think in the 70s.
In the 70s, okay.
Yeah.
They really should have, to be honest.
Would have been better.
Just rip the
Cause I watch
Band-Aid
all
off.
these videos and they're like, it's this Celsius, meters, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
All I know is that a meter is almost identical to a yard.
Yes.
They're very
I
close.
think a meter's like 2.8 feet.
Yeah, it's
Shorter than a yard.
I thought it was maybe slightly longer. I don't know. It's almost a yard.
The metric system, and you have a spot of teas to
Dan Crow said, we tried to help you with the Celsius system, but you guys couldn't mentally handle it. I'm pretty sure he's actually right. I'm pretty sure there was like a protest against it. Which is why we ended up not switching. We boycotted the metric
I bet
system.
if they tried it again now, it would.
Yeah, we could probably do it now.
DFPV says this broken shop is looking clean.
Thank you. How nice it looks. I mean, it's like, not too bad, really.
No, it looks good.
Looks a lot better.
It looks so much smaller on camera. Have you ever noticed that than in all of our videos? The shop looks tiny. Like, it's a pretty big space, and I think it looks really small on camera.
Actually, it looks bigger on the live.
Really?
Yeah. Like, here's one me.
There's a John for reference size. John, how tall are you?
6'1". There he is.
Measure me in meters.
Yeah, if John is 6'1", how many meters does that make him? Maybe that makes you like 2.3. That's my guess.
2.3 meters, yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
But they but they measure height in centimeters, which is smaller than an inch. You ever hear somebody,
Yeah.
not from the U.S., give their height and they're like, I'm 186 centimeters.
It sounds cool.
Sounds way cooler.
That's like, I don't mess with the dude who's under 80 centimeters. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy said 3.37. Seems larger.
Meters? That'd make me
Sure.
like 9 feet tall, wouldn't it?
I think that would make you like 9 feet tall, yeah.
Yeah.
John is 1 1/4 brooms tall.
Break it down. I love you ever seen the pictures where like dudes will post a picture and be like, say they're like 6'2", and then they'll like take a frame of reference and like measure something in the background and then like measure them in iPhones.
They like figure out what mirror or like what
Yeah.
brand like the mirror that they took the picture in is. And
Yeah.
yeah. And then they do like a whole like huge calculation. They're like, no, you're actually.
I just love that someone like just took the time to do that. That makes me
We're gonna
really
rip these
happy.
old lines off this thing. We're gonna rip those lines off, get these inner fenders out.
Thomas says John is 3'5".
3 meters.
3 feet.
Oh, yeah, I'm very small. Very small boy.
He's about 18 Colt 911s tall. or 1911s.
Yeah, Colt 19.
Yeah.
They have a 5-inch barrel, so. But then they got a little on that.
If we attach the frame, we need to pull the cap. Yeah, just show them what they say. Scott was drilling for the new seats. Echo located that.
Do you want your seat bolted down, or do you want to stop?
That's a fuel line. We can't even
have
go.
both.
It'd go still. It'd be fine. It'll just jump. It'll just jump from that side to the other. We should do that in this. We should have a fuel line somewhere that has a jump that the fuel has to leap out of the one line into the other.
Make it look like one of those machines that do all the things. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's a pointless machine, but it does a bunch of things to do nothing.
Oh yeah, yeah. One of the.
Say it. Say it. Say what it is.
One of those machines that like it's extremely elaborate, but it accomplishes like one really simple thing.
It doesn't even do anything at the end.
Say it, Devin. Well, I'm gonna say it.
Is it a? Starts with a.
W. That's with a W.
What are those called? Is it a
It's a Goldberg machine.
gold? What?
Just Goldberg.
Whoopee.
Whoopi Goldberg machine. No, it's
I know the name.
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's.
Yeah, it's a Rubik's Goldberg machine. It's a Whoopi Rubik's Cube machine.
Rubik's Goldberg.
I'm so mad nobody ever got like insanely infuriated at that. All you had to do was use the wrong size wrench and 4.5 million people called you out on it.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, we haven't checked it lately. I wonder what it is now.
I think it hit 5 and then just
5
stopped.
million.
Yeah.
Yeah, they capped it at 5.
Yeah.
Hi. How you feeling?
Good. The floor's clean. I'm very happy. The floor's clean.
Lick it. Prove how clean it is.
It's not that clean.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that good.
I'm pretty good at it.
But just try.
If you guys had to rate John's sweeping skills 1 out of 10, where would you put them? Bless you.
Oh, right. We don't need any of that.
Nope.
Well, this we got some speaker wire.
Yeah, that was my phone charger
Oh.
for the way home. You don't need that. You can put it. Yeah, dude.
Keep going.
You won't do it.
No, just keep pulling it if something happens.
I think it's zip tied to the rest on. We don't need this. This can go.
It's on it.
In tray.
Hey, John. Liam says if he did a handstand and used his hair, it probably would have picked more dust up. I think that means you didn't do a very good job. And then Andrew Bowman said a little better than the first generation Roomba, 6.5 out of 10.
We need to get replaced.
I was running into the wall.
That's true. That was a pretty impressive burn, honestly. You can't.
Somebody use that.
Yeah, did you make that up? Because it's really good.
Yeah, we'll have to find somebody to use that one. Look at the corrosion on that.
I don't think that's corrosion. I think that's deterioration.
It's desiccant.
I was gonna say. I was just about to say it's desiccant.
Bring the cap down. Get the cap cleaned out. Ready, Scott?
Ready.
If you guys have any questions for them, let us know. Let's open up a little Q&A here
Yeah. Oh, what you got?
while we're in the midst of this thing. Yes, he did come up with that on his own.
Nice. It's a good burn.
I'm pretty happy about it.
Oh, these can go. I don't need these. You don't want these in fenders, right? You want them?
John just hates those.
I don't like them. Get them out of there.
J57F says, what's the word on the next event the Riviera, Forester, and S13 are going to?
We're looking at a couple options. We have an autocross we're looking at, and when's the next? Drifting.
I'm going in a week, 2 weeks. I'm going drifting.
Yeah, maybe long.
So, yeah.
Dan,
I don't see the Subaru on a hot day with those stickies.
Drifting?
It's gonna have to be wet. Yeah. Or snowing.
Yeah. Soon enough.
Yeah.
someone said customer only asked for an oil change.
I was thinking today,
The love? Yeah.
what brand of car do you think that you could disassemble the furthest without any tools? Just by hand. You could take the most parts of.
No wrench?
No wrenches, no screwdrivers, no nothing. You have your hands.
Tracker.
You have your hands and you have
Can we be given an adjustable wrench?
no. You have your hands and you have a credit card.
To buy tools with?
To buy a wrench with?
No. Just to
use.
disassemble a car. Because I was working on a car the other day and I had to get pretty far into it, and everything I was taking off, you just pull it off.
Was it in
You
the
just-
interior?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
grab it and rip it off. Just grab it, rip it off, grab it, rip it off.
There's nothing bolted in interiors anymore.
No, that's all snapped
Literally,
together.
You can get the whole interior out with a trim tool.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like an Equinox, you can disassemble the interior of an Equinox without a wrench.
Oh, we were just asked a question about your question. J57F said, does it need to be reassembled?
It doesn't need to
You
be
can just
reassembled.
break stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like a tracker. I feel like a first gen tracker.
A lot of stuff.
Too many bolts.
Yeah, too many
I feel like you can get a lot of stuff just.
No, not like a new car, man.
You don't think so?
A new car, you could have.
Liam
You could
says.
probably have 40 parts out of the interior. 10 minutes, you got 40 interior parts laying on the ground.
Liam says I think a mini Metro.
Yeah. Yeah, like cars now, just kick panels. All the kick panels have no bolts. You just rip them out.
All the trim.
Side panels, everything in the trunk.
ABS.
The seats don't even bolt in. You just grab the seats and give them a yank and they pop out. Like the back seats and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of horrifying. And Poet said, I mean, you could rip body panels off of a Tesla.
Yeah, Cybertruck.
I bet. I was to say, I bet.
Yeah, you seen the videos of that? Dude, Cybertrucks just, like, the A pillars just flying off, and people go and pick them up, and it's just like you can see where they just took glue. No clips, nothing. No bolts, no clips.
I bet you're right. I bet a Tesla Cybertruck. I bet you could disassemble most of the interior and like half of the exterior body parts.
You see, I can't remember the exact number, but it was an insane amount. They have like $14 billion of Cybertrucks sitting in the lot right now because they can't sell them. It's like
Yeah.
insane amount of Cybertrucks.
J57S had a Grand Caravan because you can just take out all the rear seats without tools too.
Yeah, that's true.
Liam
The
said,
stow and go stuff, you can just yank.
yeah. Liam said should call them cyber foams.
Cyber phones. Yeah, I mean, they got the initial wave of every quirky guy that wanted one,
The height. Yeah.
the hype, and then anybody looking for something practical didn't buy it.
No.
Anybody looking for anything that they actually wanted to use.
Yeah, electric car makes sense.
This guy said Citroen has 1 bolt fenders and it's the same size as the lug nuts wrench provided.
Really? Citroen.
Oh, does that include toolkits that come in the cars? Because I know BMWs come with a toolkit. You got 10, 12, 14.
You could.
I mean, so.
Citroen. I've never seen a Citroen before. I don't think.
I haven't either. For some reason, nobody imports Citroens.
It's their average car, I think.
Late tonight creep said UCAN is double-sided tape. I worked for Tesla from prototype to production. I know everything about them. Ask away.
Really?
That's interesting.
That's very interesting. What questions do you have that you've wanted answered about a Cybertruck?
About the Cybertruck. Is it illegal to polish them? So I was watching that video of that dude who polished it, and everyone was like, "That's illegal." Like, he wouldn't know that.
Oh, he made it really shiny.
He made it shiny. He sat there and just polished
Oh,
it. It's like
yeah.
a mirror now.
Are they coated with anything or no? Just straight bare.
I don't think
stainless?
they're coated because that one dude's rusting his. You seen that guy?
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working. He's spraying salt on it every day. It's getting rustier and rustier. Yeah. Yeah.
I've
he has,
I've seen him
he's
doing that.
set up,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
Spraying it with like salt water.
They should be checking them for cocaine. The last guy that tried to do stainless steel panels just started importing cocaine into stainless steel cars.
Yes. John
DeLorean. Yeah, DeLorean was just shipping in cocaine in his stainless steel cars.
When I
Have they not done a gold-plated Cybertruck yet, like they did with the DeLoreans?
I don't think they have.
When I worked at the dealership, we had to check hatchback Chevy Cruises for weed.
Really?
Oh.
The actual thing from GM, we had to check the back under the spare tire.
Wow.
Yeah. The manager had to be there. The manager would come out and we had to check it together because they couldn't trust the techs. 'Cause they'd just steal it.
Yeah, the techs would just
But
take
the-
the
no,
weed and say,
no
"Nope,
weed,
no
we're
weed,
good."
we're
But
good.
the
no
manager
problem."
was like, "I'll just take it. We can just split it. We're fine, Eddie."
Tony asked us, "Real John doing well?"
No, his neck is getting floppy. I moved him today, and his neck was all over the place. I think it's getting loose. He needs some popsicle sticks back there. So no, he's probably boiling in here during the day.
Wait, apparently the Teslas use blue frame glue.
I don't doubt it.
Like seam sealer.
Yeah,
They
this
glue the frames together.
piece said that's the wheelbase on the Tesla and width and where I can get the blue frame glue they use. Do Teslas glue their frames together? Do they not weld them? Do they just glue them together?
I've seen some. I saw a couple videos of dudes like tearing apart Model 3s, and it's pretty pitiful the way those things are together. And I've seen like some wrecked Model 3s. Bad.
You think it's necessary to be more than glue, though? I mean, honestly,
I mean,
for the average
Yeah, right.
person in a Model 3, maybe the truck, but
the panels don't play anything into a rack, right? On the outside.
No.
Well, it's
Panels,
supposed to
so-
collapse.
Yeah.
Well, no one's. The Model 3 is dead in 15 years. Pretty much no matter what, 20 years. I mean, they're not lasting past that. No one's keeping them.
yeah,
Anybody who buys an electric car wants a new car.
they're good till the next software update.
There's like a couple people who want old electric cars. But that's it.
Andrew Bowman said, yeah, they use it to hold the towing piece on. That's why Whistling Diesel broke his. So
Really?
the towing,
The hitch.
the hitch is
Glued?
glued on.
No. Not a shot.
Yeah. Didn't they like pull a semi truck with one for like a bit?
Yeah.
And they're gonna be gluing the hitches
They
on?
did tug of war with an F-150.
That's what it was. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But the Cybertruck was going uphill. They just completely cheated, and they just turned the camera to make it look like it was flat. They made a game and then cheated at their own game.
Mm-hmm.
J57S said, I mean, it did still pass safety stuff to be legal, so if it's glued versus welded, it still can be safe enough,
That's true.
Right. Yeah.
which is
Yeah, I
that
mean,
is
it's
true.
really-
It did pass safety regulations.
Did you guys see that that truck company that GM was a part of for a minute? It was a semi truck company that was making electric semi trucks, and they tricked everybody to think they had a rolling chassis, and they just took an actual semi truck and drug the electric semi truck up to the top of the hill, and then took videos of it going down the hill to say that they had a running prototype, and they just coasted it down a hill.
Oh my god.
They had it.
Sounds about right.
They had it at a bunch of trade shows, like big shows, and then had it all lit up inside, but then had an extension cord running to it and just had everything running to
Duct tape down to the floor so no one can see it.
it. Everything was powered up but running off of an extension cord.
Here's the Tesla guy. He said it's 3M glue. It's riveted still, but in a structural analysis testing, the glue is stronger than welding.
I can believe that. Yeah.
And,
So, I mean, I don't
they
think-
don't weld those cars normally. They use cold metal fusion, it says.
Ooh.
That sounds cool.
Sounds really neat.
So would you buy a Tesla? Do you like Teslas?
Yeah, ask
Ask him.
him, the guy that built them. Would you
Straight
buy
from the
one?
horse's mouth. Do you like
Yeah,
it?
from somebody who's worked at Tesla, would you drive one? Do you drive one?
Mm-hmm. They probably get a discount. You get a discount? You get a discount code?
I would hope.
Tell us the discount.
What's your employee number?
Yeah.
He says no.
You would not?
Hook us up with a coupon code.
I don't think I would either. Just takes all the fizz out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I could probably drive an electric car going back and forth to work. Because it's only like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just to not have to buy gas.
Yeah.
But
No discount
at
either,
the
he
end of
said.
the week, I would definitely want to get in something else.
I feel like it's the equivalent of having your food chewed for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's definitely easier not to have to chew your food. And it makes
Sure.
more sense. It's more practical.
But you want to be able to
I don't
taste your
wanna chew my
food.
you know?
Yeah. I feel like if I was somebody who really didn't like driving that much and I like had a long commute to work or I was somebody who did road trips a lot or something, I could see getting one of like the Tesla SUVs just for like the self-driving feature and just being able to chill, but I like driving.
They don't even let
Cars.
you chill that much. I think they did it first. They let you like take your hands off the wheel and stuff, but now they won't even let you take your hands off the wheel.
Yeah,
Like
I've
we'll
never
we'll
driven
drive
one.
for you, but you have to drive.
Well, this is funny. Late night,
I don't know if I would like it or not.
Late night
I feel
creep.
Like I wouldn't.
the guy that works on Tesla says they use GM suspension parts, Toyota electric power steering, Mercedes-Benz interior switches.
I like the Toyota part.
Yeah, Toyota part's good.
I'm sure
Suspension
Mercedes
parts
makes
are
some
probably
nice
okay.
switches.
What's that?
The suspension parts are probably okay. What about like a Silverado or like
Talking about Mercedes.
2500?
No, this
they-
the guy that works at Tesla said they use GM suspension parts, Toyota electric power steering, and Mercedes-Benz interior switches.
Yeah, like the ones from the Prius probably.
That's like
He also says I drove a 1989 four-door Honda Civic.
Nice. My dude.
good call.
Yeah.
That's like our Grand Cherokee. It's an older Mercedes platform. It's bought the blueprints like Mercedes.
Yeah, the Durango and the Grand Cherokee are both that, aren't they?
That's why they look weird. When you get under them, you're like, this doesn't look like a Jeep.
Well, the
This is
the
not.
it's like
the,
an
Penis,
ML,
the
then?
Pentastar.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's an old ML chassis.
It's an old ML chassis.
They
It's
built
an ML
blueprints.
450.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
Pentastar is a Mercedes built engine too, right? Didn't they have a hand in building that?
The 4.7 is.
The 4.7.
4.7, I think.
Oh, J57F says that makes sense because Teslas have that dumb column shifter thing to put it in drive, reverse park as Mercedes does.
That same little click thing.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
And Late Night Creep says the lug pattern on Tesla is the same as a Chevy, 5 on 4 3/4.
Interesting.
My biggest gripe about new cars is them doing things that I didn't tell them to.
Like that one
They
we
didn't
put in
ask.
Park today.
Yeah.
They didn't ask, they just did it. Oh, you're talking about the car.
The car.
Not the manufacturer.
No.
I thought you meant like the manufacturer.
No, I mean, like,
didn't
my-
ask me when they decided to make it
Right. My biggest gripe
a spin shift or something.
is a car doing something you didn't command it to do.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'll give you an example. So when we rack something up and we like Dodges turn the dial to neutral, then you open the door and it just blinks and goes straight to park.
It is very annoying.
Very annoying. Like I was test driving the car the other day and I was checking the steering. And so I was swerving back and forth and the lane assist kicked on, put me right back in the
Said
lane.
no more.
Yeah.
No more of that.
You're not gonna do that. That is infuriating.
Yeah,
to
if
me.
I want to hit a guardrail,
I'm ahead.
let me hit a guardrail.
I'm free to do so.
You shouldn't.
No,
you shouldn't make
but-
my mind
but
up
you know
about
what I
hitting a
mean.
gutter. No, I
It's-
100% agree
It's
with
like, in where do you draw the line? So let's, people that have quick reflexes like us that have been driving a long time, and we can maneuver around obstacles that come out into the road. Where do you draw the line of, okay, there's an obstacle now, and you go to try to maneuver around it, and it's like, no, dog, put you right back in the
Now
lane.
I am with you until that BMW hit the brakes for me. I
Oh,
told you
yeah.
about that. I rented a BMW when I was in Florida, and I was going, and this dude just from behind a billboard out in front of me, and before I had my foot off the gas, that thing was.
Locked
And
in.
if it wouldn't have done that, I would have hit the dude, 100%. I wasn't even on the brake yet. And it never did it. I had the car for a week. I put like 1,200 miles on it. Never did it again. Did
Well-
it one time and saved me.
The Tundra I had.
That's actually really cool.
It was
That's
crazy.
That's
I didn't
awesome.
even know what would happen. And it was straight. It like kept the steering wheel straight. Didn't let me veer. Just whoop, dead stop. It was wild.
Huh.
I was driving the Tundra, and it did it on its own one time for nothing.
Yeah.
Which
see, I don't,
that'll scare
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that'll
That's
scare
not
you
cool.
to death. Yeah, the thing, and it freaks out. It doesn't just hit the brakes and say, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
It like lights the entire dash up red and sets this siren off
Yeah.
and slams the brakes. And you know Toyotas have really touchy brakes,
Yeah,
too,
they do.
and it locked them
Yeah.
for nothing.
Toyotas
I don't know
are
if
so
something
dramatic.
it thought something was coming or
Yeah.
what. But yeah.
This was a pretty good system. Like I said, I put like over 1,000 miles on it. I only did it one time, and it was actually.
And it saved you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely would hit that dude.
I feel like the more you take away the responsibility of the driver, the less the car is interesting.
We can get
Well, that's-
lazier with it too.
Yeah.
as a normal
Freedom.
driver.
Driving is a freedom.
Yeah.
And when you start taking away your options, the more options you take away, the less of a freedom it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you start
that's
taking
my whole thing about all the time.
Yeah.
Is like,
you start taking away freedoms within that freedom, which makes it less
hit a
free.
guardrail.
I want to be free to hit a guard.
then you get into the cars that
I want to be free to do a burn. Like
Oh,
that-
try do one in a new car. dude.
yeah, like that, like the Infinity you had. Did not want to do a
No,
burn
I did not want
at
to.
all.
Everything off. And it was like, that was like a 4 or 5. It
Yeah.
still didn't want to do a burn. Or those 6.
Yep.
It did not want to do a burn.
That's one of my least favorite things is vehicles that have locking rear diffs that won't let you lock them in unless it's in four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Like Toyota does that with the Tacoma and the Tundra.
Yeah.
Both of them have rear diff locks, which I wanted to be in the snow and turn my diff lock on and just do some spinnies.
Uh huh.
But it won't let you. You have to be in full low to turn diff lock. That F-150 I have, it's got the power, it's got a diff lock, but it's the four-wheel drive shifter. You go 2, 4 high, 4 low, and then in the 4 low position, it has the option to pull it out to lock the diff.
Oh, and that locks your rear diff.
But you can't pull it out in any other position. And I actually was trying to snap it one day. I had it pulled out and was trying to crank it back to 2-wheel drive to see if it would leave the diff lock.
I knew what
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, because I wanted it to let me slide around a little bit. That truck won't let you slide at all. You can turn traction control off. You can put it
can't
in
turn
low.
full track all the way out.
You can't. It's
Uh,
just nothing.
John, this is interesting. J57F says, I think this must be like some kind of typo. It says Hondas. I've been into the auto emergency. I assume that means I've been into the auto emergency. Brake for nothing too. Like they're too sensitive. I assume he means like they auto brake
Yeah.
Yeah.
like haphazardly.
And then like another thing, my brother-in-law has like a newer Civic, and he can't stand the cruise control because he'll have his cruise control at say 60, someone will be doing 50, and he'll just want to pop in the other lane, go past him. It won't let him pass. As soon as he gets up to him, it stops him, and it won't let him pass. So he has to kick cruise control off, pass the dude, and then set it again.
Oh, that's
And
annoying.
it won't let him pass the cruise control on.
Does it have the lane assist?
Has lane assist as long as he's
Yeah.
like, he got deep into it. He's like, I shut everything off, everything you can do, and it will not let you pass me.
What year is it?
I got 22, 21 maybe.
Okay. So yeah, it's like the one my brother had.
It's the gen before that. It's the last of the gen before that.
Yeah, and it was I drove his once and it was freaky because the lane assist is more like you put your hand on the wheel and I'll drive for you.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't just kind of guide you, it steers the car.
We'll see what time it was.
Oh, it is
Like that.
6:49.
Don't like that.
The Tundra had auto headlights too, and it was very sensitive. Like if it was snowing, it would get reflections off the snow and,
Yeah.
and just shut the high beams off all the time. Yeah, there was a setting we had to get into to shut the auto high beams off, so we quit turning the high beams off.
CRT?
Like any road sign shuts the light.
Oh, yeah.
And any of them, like speed limit signs, any of that stuff, it reflects back and it thinks it's headlights and it shuts the high beams off.
The Jeep has pretty good auto high beams. They work pretty good.
Yeah.
They don't seem to shut off too often, unless there's a car. And I've had it
Even if
where-
there's cars coming.
And no,
It's just not auto high
that's
beams.
it shuts off 80% of the time. And so I'll pass 10 cars, shut off, back on, shut off, and then all of a sudden someone will be coming, exact same headlights, just doesn't shut off. And this dude's like flipping his lights at me, and I'm like, dude, it just worked. It was just working.
I don't know what to tell
promise. I swear.
Here's Stellantis' phone number.
I just pull over like, dude, they're automatic.
They're already getting blown up.
Yeah, exactly. Their phone lines are down. Right?
Yeah, their phone lines are.
They can't pay that phone bill.
No, not at all.
Or like, I like the old like.
We'll trade Dodge Rams for work.
This guy said new cars are like my ex-wife jerking the wheel when I drive, screeching for no reason.
Oh
I like old, manual cars where you have to get out and crank your headlights up every time you turn your headlights on. And everybody missed that.
yeah.
What cars did that?
My car.
Oh,
Came too
what else came like that?
I think it was just a 240 exclusive, or if you got a broken me off,
See, I do like the ones where you just flip the switch,
flip the switch and then headlight motor's too loud.
or they just don't have the motor at all. They just turn
Yeah.
on. The lights are just exposed.
90s was perfect. In the 80s, they hadn't figured out wiper speed yet.
No, before, any car that doesn't have intermittent wipers drives me bonkers. I can't stand it.
My Buick drives me insane. It's low and high, and low
Yeah.
should be high.
Yeah,
Low
my-
is so fast.
The Mighty Max is the same way.
Oh yeah, it just don't, and then
And they're loud, yeah. They're
You,
really
you,
loud.
you turn
wipers.
them on and they come on like every 5 minutes, or right now. Yeah.
the 1800 man just donated $2 and said, "Yo, follow me."
Sick.
Thank you.
Yeah. Follow you on Instagram.
Is that the platform?
Follow us on Instagram and send us a DM. We'll follow you back.
Yeah. This guy said, "I miss the get out and lock the hub lockers and 4x4 shifter."
Yeah, my white truck right there has them. I don't even think they've ever seen my 7.3. 7.3. That one.
That one right there.
That's the vehicle I've had the longest ever. I've had that for the longest.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had that since 2019. That's
For you.
5 years.
That's
a long time to keep a car. Had that for a while. But yeah, it's that way. It's floor shift, full drive, locking hubs, the whole thing.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Take them on a tour.
I don't think we have time. What time is it? Oh, we have time. Okay.
Take a tour of the 7.3.
Look at the 7.3.
Quick tour of the 7.3.
It's filthy. There's the Love on the trailer, ready to go get some strut towers made. Right here. This is my 7.3. Full of tools, walkie-talkies. It's the 6-speed manual shift full drive, manual locking hubs. Rides like a brick.
Got sick wheels though. I love those wheels.
Yeah.
I
those are
love those wheels.
Mickey Thompson's. Actually, Mickey Thompson's. I got a really good deal on them.
Newish headlights.
Yeah, it's got new headlights. It's got like the LED bars in them. Even though they're only a year old, they're already looking disgusting and faded.
Oh, dude, you should see the ones I put on my Jeep. They're already turning like yellow.
I know, isn't it crazy? This truck was it was a really good deal. Some guy had it a couple states over. He did the manual swap. This was originally an automatic truck. He did a manual swap on it and then started driving it, and it felt like it was misfiring all the time. They changed everything. They changed injectors, they changed injector driver module, cam sensors, all the oil pressure sensors to control oil pressure with injectors. And then gave up. Couldn't figure it out. So I guess it didn't have a scanner or anything. So I went, bought the truck, just hoping that it was something simple that we could figure out. Brought it back, scanned it. Had an automatic ECU in it. So it was trying to shift. That was it. It was retarding the timing, just cutting the engine to let it shift into the next gear, thinking it's an automatic when it's a manual. I had a manual ECU in another truck, just sitting around, threw the ECU in it. It's ran great ever since. It's pretty cool. These trucks are getting expensive. 7.3 stuff, expensive. Especially around here. Around here, a 7.3 that's not completely rotted out.
Yeah, it doesn't have holes in everywhere.
Big money for a 90s truck.
Tony Voley just donated $20, and he said Honda only road trip fund.
Honda only road trip fund. We gotta go pick up Hondas.
I mean, $20 will cover the gas.
$20 will cover the Honda. How many Hondas can you get to?
How many? Probably 2. $10 a piece.
Yeah, how many trades would it take from a paperclip to get to a Honda Civic?
I got on a whim. I'm going to say 5.
5. 5 if you're making content. 20 if you're not.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. If you're making
Yep.
content, people are like, oh, I'll give you the Charizard card for the paperclip because you got a camera in my face.
Yep. And then you can trade that for
Yeah.
$600 and then get a Honda with that. There you go. There's your, yeah.
$600. Or just a Charizard card. Most guys that have a Honda Civic would trade it for a Charizard. I bet you could. I bet if you had a decent Charizard card, you could trade it for a Civic.
Oh, dude, yeah, you could trade a Charizard card for like a Lambo. Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't mean like the one of one ones.
Oh, you're talking like just a decent one?
regular old Charizard card.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're really. Yeah. $20 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's just start ripping packs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How many Pokemon cards does it take to buy a Honda Civic? There's our next video.
That'd be hilarious. We should go buy some Pokemon cards and then go to like a card trading place one day. What do you call it?
Tony Voley just donated now $4.20 and said Volvo only road
Volvo
trip.
only.
Volvo only for what?
Road trip. He wants us to do a Volvo only road
A
trip.
Volvo only road trip? I've never owned a Volvo, so maybe.
Maybe.
That is one thing I don't think any of us has ever owned a single one of, is it? Is any kind of Volvo, any old Volvo
There's not a
new?
whole lot of Volvos around.
No.
You don't see
None of the cool ones.
There's Volvos in the United States. There's places where there is a bunch of Volvos, just not here. Not here. Like Porsches in California.
Yeah. This is like kind of a rural area, so it's like mostly like Ford and Chevy stuff, and then people who buy just like cheap Kias.
Yeah.
And then you
Kias
get like
nowadays.
flapped out Honda Civics, but like.
A lot of Toyotas.
Mm-hmm. Subarus.
A lot of people buy Toyotas.
Subarus because of the snow.
Yeah. A lot of people buy Toyotas for their daughters for their first car. Kind of stuff. Alright guys, we're about to switch from here to our Discord. We're going to do a live on the Discord where you guys can talk to us. And we'll be back. If you're a member, make sure you hop in the Discord. We're going to have some cool conversations. If not, make sure you catch the video this Friday. There's going to be some... I don't think it's going to be love content this week, is it?
It's not going to be love content.
No, we're skipping a week on the love because we got a lot of work to do to make a decent video out of it. So
All I can say about the next week's video is it's going to be cool.
it's going to be real cool. It's going to be cool. Gross. See you guys later.